Hey, babe, have you seen my wide tooth comb? It's not in the bathroom, and I swear I've looked in like every cabinet. Perfect. Thank you so much. Now I need to hurry up and finish straightening my hair. I mean, I say finish, I haven't started. Finished doing my hair. Ugh, I knew this was gonna be an all day activity because it always is, but it needed to be done. I couldn't keep putting it off. It's weird, right? Not weird in a bad way, weird in a good way. I mean, I haven't really worn my hair down around you, like ever. I guess that's it's not like I'm one of those people who hates their natural hair or anything like that. I wore it out in high school and in college. I just started wearing it straight a lot around the time when we met, and it's just kind of been my style. This and braids. So there hasn't really been much of an in between state that you've seen. Thank you. That means a lot. I like it too. But it is a hassle. I do not have the time to be dealing with this every morning, especially with how long my hair has gotten. Yeah, no, I desperately need a haircut if I want to wear it natural more. But that's not happening today. And I need to hurry up and dry my hair before it completely air dries and is the big, undefined, frizzy mess that you're seeing right now. Except shrunken up to my shoulders somehow. I don't know. Plus, the sooner I finish, the sooner I can get dressed and not just walk around in my underwear. Okay, well, it's easier this way. I can't exactly. I mean, I can, I guess, get dressed, but then my clothes are gonna get all wet, and it's just easier to do this in my underwear. All right, thank you for the comb. Hopefully, I can get through this relatively quickly. Mm. Wait, what? You want to help me do my hair? Have you ever even done anything similar to this ever? Have you ever even done straight hair? That's not like not your own. Listen, I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying, yes, it would go faster if you knew what you were doing, but if you didn't know what you were doing, then I would have to teach you what to do. And I mean, well, I'm not completely opposed to the idea, don't get me wrong. I actually think it's kind of sweet of you to ask. It's just, this is going to be a commitment. If we're lucky, we can get this done within the hour. Well, I mean, when we get married and we have kids, I mean, you're going to have to learn how to do their hair. Why not? Maybe we can make it kind of fun. Not that we're going to be straightening our kids' hairs when they're super little, but okay, okay. Think of it as just doing something nice for me. I mean, it's pretty I mean, we're just straightening it. So that'll be pretty easy, but I mean, it's just going to take a long time. All right, come on. Let me try and break it down for you. There's really only two main parts. We blow dry it, and then we straighten it with the flat iron. It takes a long time because, well, you can't just do your whole head. You have to work in pretty small sections. Listen, you're gonna see why my arms are so muscular, right? Just holding them above my head for like hours every week. Absolutely not awful. Okay. So this is my blow dryer. I mean, you've seen these things before. You're not stupid. It's like this one, I really like it because it's like growing up, I had to use an attachment, and my mom would hold it. It was kind of like a comb, and she'd put that in front of the blow dryer, and she'd have to do it with both hands, or like she'd kind of do like a claw grip kind of thing over the hair dryer to hold the attachment in place. This is just kind of like a brush that's been combined with a blow dryer. It's super handy. And then this is a pretty standard Revlon straightener. It gets pretty hot. I actually don't own a curling iron. I'm never really curling my hair. I'll use rollers, but like a heated curling iron is not something that I own. These are really the only two hot tools I use. I was not a hot comb kid. That's kind of before my generation. So it's just these two. Okay. This is my wide tooth comb, obviously. You just handed this to me. Thank you very much. This is my rat tail comb. Honestly, we'll probably just use our fingers. We don't need perfect parts today. But ideally, I should be able to comb my hair with this rat tail comb. I know it's super fine, but when it's completely straight, I should be able to just rub this through my hair. Do not even think about putting that thing next to my head right now. It would not work, trust me. My hair is barely detangled. That would get caught in there and disappear, and we wouldn't see it for the next 10 years. All right, can you hand me the towel? Not that towel, my hair towel. Yes, I have a hair towel. That white one. You don't want anything to get caught on your hair. And we're just gonna towel dry this because it will drip everywhere, and that's no fun. And we're just gonna put it in a ponytail on the top of my head. Look at that. And we're gonna start from the back and work our way to the front, okay? Let me know if this makes any sense. Or if it doesn't make sense. So if we're starting with the nape, we're gonna take out just like a small section, like maybe a 1.5 inch square on the very bottom here. And then we're gonna spray it really lightly with this, which is a heat protectant, because we don't want to burn our hair off. So just a few sprays. Okay. And then this is real simple. I mean, the blow dryer is the easy part. It's the flat iron where you're gonna struggle. And we just kind of turn this on and then brush it through. And we're just gonna do that until this section is dry. See? That section is blow dried. And now we just have to do that for the rest of my head. Are you sure you don't want to back down, baby? I've got a lot of hair here. This is gonna take a while. All right. Let's grab another section of hair next to it and do the same thing. You want to try it? You'll be fine, okay? Grab it kind of tight, that strand of hair. Ow! Don't pull it. I said grab it tightly. You want some tension on the hair while you're brushing it with the blow dryer. See? Trust me, it's not that hot. I promise I can handle this. The flat iron, that will get pretty hot, but this is fine. Okay, well, don't brush my neck. See? There you go. How did it feel? Yeah, the bad thing about this brush is that I can't really put it directly on my scalp, so it's a little hard to dry my scalp. You can just kind of hold it there. Look at that! We're already done with the nape. Well, the bottom of the nape. We just have to do this for the rest of our head. Babe, are you sure you've got this? You don't have to do the whole head. Okay. I know, it does get super hot in here while I'm doing this. You know, when I was a kid and my mom would straighten my hair, it was the worst because wash days took forever. And I would just be standing in her bathroom right after showering, and it would be like the morning, so I wouldn't have had anything to eat or drink, and it would be so hot and humid in her bathroom. Oh my god, it was the worst. It always felt like I was gonna pass out, especially if it was on like a Sunday morning before church. Those days, those mornings, drove me insane. So thirsty and dry. And you're just standing there while she's straightening my hair. That wasn't super often, but when it did happen, it was dry and hot and miserable. Let me feel how it feels. Okay. See, I think you're getting the hang of this. Like I said, this is the easy part. And it's not particularly hard, it's just time consuming. Ow! Careful. If it's tangled, use the comb before you put the blow dryer to it, because you don't want to be detangling with this blow dryer. I know it's like a brush, but you don't want to. Use the wide tooth comb. And start from the ends. Okay, when I say start from the ends, I mean hold the hair kind of directly above where you want to brush it. So like hold it in the middle and then brush the ends and brush up and keep moving your hand up and keep combing until you're at the scalp. So start from the bottom and work your way up. Don't just grab the comb and put it to my scalp and rub it through to my ends. It's not gonna work. There you go. I'm glad my hair is not too tangled right now, because any other day this would be a struggle. Well, to be honest with you, I said earlier that I'm not the kind of girl that is like embarrassed by my natural hair or anything like that, and that's true. I'm really not. But I've never had that strong of an identity tied to my hair, I suppose, if that makes sense. I've always changed it every couple of years. It's never been something that was super attached to me. Did I tell you the time I shaved my head when I was like a freshman in high school? Yeah, I did that. It's a very, very dramatic and funny story. Actually, I don't know if it's that funny, but when you're a kid and you've got curly hair and you're black and you're not in an area around a lot of people that are like that, you're gonna want straight hair. That's just kind of how it goes. You're gonna want it. And then you get so excited. My mom's like, okay, when you're in middle school, you can get your relaxer. And I hated it, and my hair was so dry, and it was breaking off, and it was so short, and it was awful. Ow! It's okay, baby. It's okay. I'm expecting you to mess up every once in a while. Let me feel. Okay, it feels good. We do want it to be completely dry, and don't forget to use the heat protectant, because there's water on it. When we go to flat iron it, it'll sizzle and cook, and that's not good. What was I saying? Right. So in middle school, I had straight hair throughout it because they're relaxer, and I don't know how much you know about those things, but those are permanent, right? It's not like what we're doing now. It's not going to undo itself. And I really wanted to go back to natural hair, and my parents wouldn't let me. So one day, I took a pair of scissors to school, and I cut all my hair off in the bathroom one morning. My parents were pissed. But I did what I wanted to do, and I will never regret that. I'm a big agency person. It was so choppy and bad. I'm sure everyone looked at me crazy, but I wanted to do it, so I did it. It doesn't matter how much they spank me or what they say. The only opinion that matters to me is mine. Yours matters a little bit too, I suppose. Yes, just a little bit. Who do you think you are? But ever since then, I've worn it natural. Yeah. I didn't straighten it very much. Every once in a while we would do braids, but not very often. Once every few years or so. Especially once we hit like middle school and high school. I always liked them though. Yeah, I love braids. I think braids are so much cooler than like wigs or other protective styles. It's just, that is artistry. Hey, I can braid my own hair. You know I can. I can do the simple stuff. I'm not very good at braiding on other people, and I'm not very good at doing anything complex. But like, if you just need some regular braids and cornrows and flat twists, I can do that. Should I cornrow your hair? Baby, I think you would look... Well, I don't know if I want to say I think you would look good, because I don't know if I think you would look good. But I think it would be fun to do. You'll have to let me do it sometime, Please, for me. I'm not saying you have to go out in public. It'll be a quick little thing. I'll try it. My grip game is not the best. But I still think I could probably do some basic straight backs if I tried. You know, I've always thought about getting red locks, but like micro locks, like those teeny tiny sister locks, but that would be even more maintenance than I do right now. And I just, first of all, they're so expensive, and second of all, it's another permanent thing, and I hate doing permanent things to my hair. I suppose, no, cutting it was not a permanent thing because it grows back. So yeah, I like a lot of different styles. I do a lot of different things. And the great thing about hair is that it grows back. Oh yeah, you're actually making pretty good progress. A lot of people think that curly hair is super thick, but I have very thin hair, so it doesn't take that long to blow dry. Also, keep in mind that I was in the shower, like washing my hair for a while. And I have to do my oil treatment before I wash, and I have to sit for like at least like 30 minutes, so I've kind of been messing with my hair all morning. Well, you've been sleeping. Some of us have to do things to be beautiful around here. What? Baby, that's so sweet. Thank you. I'm not saying that I need to do all these things to be beautiful, because I know I don't have to, and you tell me that I don't have to. But I do have a lot of insecurities about it. And I don't want... The way your hair is styled really, really changes the way people perceive you and how they treat you. And I know I'm a very big appearance doesn't matter person, but at the end of the day, just because it doesn't matter to me doesn't mean it doesn't matter to other people. And sometimes you just have to fit in and go with the status quo. Every once in a while, you have to play the game. Yeah. I mean, I do get compliments. Remember the last time when we were at, where were we? When we were walking back from the mall. And that little girl went up to me and she was like, "Oh my god, your hair is so pretty." And I was like, "Oh my god, thank you." I wonder why those things happen to me more often than they happen to you. No, baby, I think your hair is beautiful because I think everything about you is beautiful. I'm just saying I think the general public would think one of us is prettier than the other. No, it's so much work. It's a lot of work, and that's just kind of the fact of the matter. Don't get me wrong, it's nice when I have it straightened and I just have to kind of touch it up every couple of days before I wash it completely and have to start all over. But it's a skill set that not everyone has. Yeah. My parents didn't know how to do hair. I had to learn and teach myself. That's just how it is. Okay, you're almost done with this. You're going pretty fast, surprisingly. Honestly, I might need to do a few passes over the whole section. Not that you're doing poorly, my love. It's just... if it's not, like, nice and completely dry, it's not going to straighten well. Well, no, we're not straightening it now. We're blow drying it. There's a difference. Well, I mean... look at it! Yeah, it's, like, kind of straight because we're pulling it while we're blow drying it, but it's not, like... it's not bone straight, okay? Like... you can look at it and see it's super duper fluffy, right? And there's so much just bend and air to it. It's not like smooth in any form of the word because we haven't straightened it yet. This is not straightened. Okay, to straighten your hair, it's to... you're asking me definitions, bro. I don't know. But this is not straightened, it's dried. And it's fluffy, and it's long, and it's definitely not curly, but it's definitely not straight either. I actually do really like the blow-dried look, but you can't go outside like this. It'll just floof, and then it'll shrink, and it just won't work. Straightening uses much higher heat than drying, like super high. You're kind of pulling my head. Okay, I'm trying to keep my head still. You don't need to use that much force. This is always my least favorite part when I get to the top of the head and they're just like pulling it back and I'm like, yeah, stop. Okay, well, I'm trying to hold my head straight. Are you a hairdresser now? Okay, what are these demands? You've been doing this for 10 minutes and you think you're goated. Alright, you think you're the greatest. You're right, you are a natural. You should quit your job, okay? Open a salon. Totally, since you're so good and all, babe. I'd recommend you, you know? Okay, I might... Can you see the top of my head? You're kind of behind me. I can turn around if you want. Of course I can. You don't need to make this harder on yourself than it actually is. Okay. It actually feels really good. I mean, I don't go to salons that often. I have a lot of hair, and they tend to upcharge me for that. I have some braiders that I like, but even then, they are not happy when I walk in that room. They never are. I know. But I'm not gonna cut my hair so I can get a discount on salon treatments. I'll cut my hair when I'm ready to cut my hair. Okay. Done? Alright. Honestly, it doesn't look bad. Can I see the dryer? I'm not saying you did bad. I'm just saying that I kind of want to make sure I can feel that my scalp is a little wet. And that is just going to drip down my hair and it'll revert super fast. And we don't want that. Yeah, no, I think you did great for your first job doing this. A little fluffy. You probably could have used a bit more attention, but I'm gonna straighten it anyway, so that's okay. You didn't really get my edges, but I can just kind of dry those right now. Kinda. We're gonna straighten them a little bit, but of course my edges aren't really gonna, those are gonna revert back instantly, so there's nothing really to worry about with that. Okay. Well, it's not shiny at all, right? It's just like this big black fluff. I said it earlier. I actually do kind of like the look of just blood dried hair. It's just it won't last. This won't last very long at all. So we gotta do something else with it. Before I wore my hair straight a lot, this is when you'd kind of go in and just braid it or twist it, put in your cream and just kind of go ham on it. Now we're just gonna do a little bit of cream, a little bit of oil. Actually, we'll touch it up with the cream later. Just a touch more oil and heat protectant so we can kind of go to town with the blow dryer. And honestly, I think I want to do a good bit of the straightening, so that way you can kind of see what I do, because the blow dryer was low risk. This flat iron is like 400 degrees. Okay, it might be a little less than that, but it's definitely more than like 325. It's somewhere within that range. It is very hot. Well, why do you think they say you're frying your hair? It's not like, I mean, they're saying that for a reason, babe. We're literally frying our hair. You could put this on a piece of chicken, okay? And cook it. We should try. I'm not trying that. You can buy a separate straightener if you want to try it. I'll watch you do it. I don't think it would work as well as you want it to, but okay, where are my duckbills? My duckbill clips. Those ones right there. Can you hand them to me? As you can see, this is a very large hair tie. And it's not really going to do anything because my hair has been blow dried. So we're going to clip it out of the way, and I have these regular size hair ties. Stop! Put those down. They're not toys. I know they're big. I have a lot of hair. I need really big hair ties. They're not that big. Okay, the circumference is like, well, I mean, they're very thick. Yes, I have strong hair. I don't know what to tell you, okay? You are so naive. Yes, I need large hair ties and large hair clips and large everything. You know I like things big, okay? And that's out of necessity. The clips will make it a little easier. Especially to kind of put a little bit of weight on my hair to keep it pulled down. So yeah, we're just gonna clip some things aside and add the rest to kind of a high ponytail with my, regular people hair tie, not my extra strands, extra thick, extra big hair ties. So straightening it is a little different than blow drying it. Of course, first of all, this is very hot. Please don't touch it. This part right here, these are like the plates. That's the part that actually heats up. And on the straightener, you can see there's like a low and a high setting. I'm going to be using the high. I think when I hand this off to you, if you want to try, I will put it on the low. Trust me on this. When I was a kid, here, watch what I do. We're just gonna do kind of the same thing we did earlier with the blow dryer, but we need even smaller sections. And we just kind of do a few slow passes. Take your time. You don't have to go fast. I can feel it on my neck. Yes, the heat. It's hot. I mean, you can touch my hair once I'm done with this section. It's hot. All right, how's that? It feels interesting, right? It's nice and soft and warm. And you can already see, just compare it to the other section right here. It's, it's straight and it's shiny and it's nice in a deep black color. This is what we want. And this is going to take a minute. Okay. So what was I saying before? I started saying something and I don't remember. Oh, right. When I was younger, I was super afraid of having my hair straightened and curled. At least I was afraid to teach myself how to do it. Because I saw a video of these girls curling their hair with a curling iron. And she left it on there too long. And she opened the curling rod. And if you've never seen a curling rod, it's got like a tube. And then there's kind of like a top part that you can kind of clasp onto said tube. And she opens it, and her hair just is completely burnt, and it falls off. I'm not even joking. It just completely falls off. And that video shook me to my core. Okay, I was like, do not get that thing anywhere near me. I still don't own a curling rod. Although I'm sure I wouldn't burn a whole, section of my hair off, but that video traumatized me. Okay, look at that. Nice and shiny. Okay, do you want to try? Be very careful. Okay, the blow dryer was not that hot. This will in fact burn my skin. As I said, it is over 300 degrees. You need smaller, you want short and stocky sections. You don't want it to be too long, or else you're not actually gonna get to that stuff in the middle. Technically, you do want to get as close to your scalp as possible, but I have, curly roots. I can handle that. I want you to do in the back so you're not close to my ear, because something tells me you are the kind of person that I would need to, hold my ear down so you don't accidentally burn it. Don't panic. Slow, controlled, steady movements. And we only do a few passes. No more than like 5 at the absolute max, but probably just like 3 or 4. Look at that. Well, it's not as shiny as what I did because it's on a lower heat, but that's okay. I can handle that. It's totally fine. Oh, you did such a good job, baby. You really are a natural at this doing hair thing. I'm just saying, when we have a daughter, they're gonna love this, and it'll be great for me because they don't have to constantly ask me to do their hair. Well, I mean, I like to think that when it comes to fancy styles and what we consider to be fancy styles, it's always kind of the opposite of what you regularly do. I've got curly hair and I used to wear curly hair always out. So straightening it would be me, making an effort and making it fancy. If you had naturally straight hair and you always wore it down, curling it might be making it fancy. If your hair is always in a bun, you can't wear a bun to a fancy occasion, right? You might wear it down. But if you always wear it down, slicking it back into a bun would be considered, a very nice, elegant updo, right? There's levels to this. But essentially, I think fancy hairstyles are just kind of putting an effort to do something you don't normally do. Okay, now that you've got those two sections, we've kind of completed the entire nape, right? This area, basically my ears, below my ears. We're going to go through another pass of like the whole thing. So don't separate it into small sections, just kind of go over it. And then you can comb it as well with the my wide tooth comb. Look at that. Look at this body. Look at it move when I shake my head. Perfect. Here, and then just put a clip at the bottom. Yeah, you can use this one. And we kind of want to weigh it down. Also, this helps to keep it out of the way as we move into the upper sections. But I think I will take the straightener back. Thank you very much. I'm just saying, I know how I like it. And you already helped me with the blow dryer. That was something I didn't have to do. And it really meant a lot for me that you were willing to do that. Okay. Now let me just... Ow! Oh, oh fuck. I'm lecturing you, and I literally just put the flat iron to my ear. Hey, I didn't say I was a master. I just said I knew what I was doing. I'm allowed to make mistakes, baby. Okay? I'm fine. I did not burn my ear off. It just kind of stings a little bit. No, I don't need an ice pack. I promise you I'm fine. You know, the reason I don't have a curling rod is because I know how to make curls with a flat iron. I'm just saying, I could always, try and curl your hair. Honestly, I could just straighten it. Yeah, it'll be fine. Why wouldn't it be fine? You're right, I don't know exactly how great it would be. It might make you look kind of emo, kind of like a scene kid from the early 2000s. Also, I've always liked that style of hair. Yeah, I thought it was super cool. Well, that's not true. I thought it was super lame. But I think individuality is cool. So even if I thought the same style was, a little dated, I like that they had the strength to pursue what they wanted to do with their bodies, and that's super cool. Especially with it dyed. Babe, would you love me if I dyed my hair bright pink? What do you mean, no? Excuse me? Why wouldn't you? I would be so cool. I'm gonna dye my hair some color, some point, at some time during my life, okay? I don't know what color it would be though. I should have done it while I was young. I'm still young. I'm not that old. I'm only 22, okay? I'm not old. But I'm getting kind of old to dye my hair. I feel like maybe I'm just, wrong about that. But it'd be fun. What if we dyed our hair like matching colors? Oh, that would be so cool. We don't have to completely dye our whole head. I always loved the split dye, the a la Melanie Martinez kind of style. I also really liked the Frankenstein black and white like stripes. What if we just both got like a streak? Like a red streak on our hair. We can just get one white streak. We could be Jason Todd. We can both be Red Hood for Halloween this year, and we can both just get like one section of hair dyed white. I think that's a great idea, babe. I totally think we should do it. Yeah. What about we could wear like a matching beret or a matching hair clip. That'd be kind of cute. Well, I'm typically not into super matchy clothes, and you know that. But I do kind of like the idea of everyone just knowing by looking at us that we're together, right? It feels kind of possessive, if we're being honest, but I also really, really like it. A matching earring, maybe? Oh, that would be super cute. We should totally do matching hairstyles. You should grow your hair out. You grow your hair out, and then then we'll match. And then matching hats. Next time we go to like a baseball game, we should totally get matching hats. Or like inverse hats. Okay, I love mismatch matching. I think it's super cool. I do. Baby, could you get me a water bottle? Thank you. God, I can't see the back of my head. I'll have to ask them if this looks okay when they get back. Thank you. Yes, please feed it to me. Listen, this is just being efficient, all right? That way I can keep moving my hands while you while you put this bottle to my mouth. Thank you. I'm actually getting really hot in here. Well, I don't want to take a break. I want to finish this now. If we take a break, then I have to come back to it later. It's better if we just kind of get it all out in one go. I mean, I suppose we don't have anything to do later, but still. So how is the back looking anyways? I kind of can't, see it. Be honest with me, baby. You don't have to say it's beautiful whenever I ask you an opinion on any part of my body. Well, I'm not saying it's not beautiful, babe. I'm saying that that's not helpful. You know you think I'm beautiful. Like, stop saying it. No, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed, okay? I love you. And I love that you love me, and I know that you love me. And it makes me feel really, really good to know that you find me physically attractive as well, because I would be lying if I said that wasn't an insecurity of mine. Aw. I love you so much. And I hope you know that. I know. Of course I know that I know that you love me. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. But love doesn't mean that my hair is coming out good. Thank you. But that's so hard to say. You can if you want, you can comb the pieces that I've done already together and kind of clip them together. I haven't done that in a second. I know I should. I really like the feeling of you combing my hair. I don't know. You know I'm a pretty independent person, but I really like it when you pamper me, and I really like it when you take care of me and you protect me and you remind me that you like providing for me. It makes me feel like you love me. And I know you tell me that you do, but there's a difference between just saying something and meaning it. You know, you don't have to be doing this with me right now. You could be doing anything in the world. That you're standing in our cramped little bathroom, helping me straighten my hair on your day off from work. No. Thank you, is what I'm trying to say. I know I don't have to thank you for doing what you should be doing, being a good partner and whatnot. But I do have to thank you for that because it just shows me how much you care. And I know you care so much because it's one of the things that I love about you. Oh, God, my arms are getting kind of tired, and I haven't even been doing this that long. I'm sorry, baby. Is yawning contagious? Oh, you're so cute when you yawn. It's okay, we're almost done. Well, not really, but I mean, I found that just kind of saying that to myself, makes me feel better, makes time go by faster. Psychology or something like that. After this, I mean, I kind of want to stay in, but I mean, I suppose, freshly done hair, I should step outside at least for a little bit, show off, get some looks, get some compliments. Yeah? You want to show off your pretty girlfriend to the world? You want to kiss me in front of a bunch of people? Show them that I'm yours? That they can look at the most beautiful woman in the world, but they can know that they'll never have me? Is that what you want, baby? Well, then I think you better start planning a date. Or, just a stroll around the neighborhood. That works too. Can you pass me the rat tail comb? Thank you. I typically do a side part because I have the world's tiniest widow's peak, and it makes it impossible to cut my hair directly in the middle. But since you're here, I'll get your opinion. What are we thinking? Center, left, or right part? Okay, you picked right because right's my favorite. I always do a right part. You were so cheesy. Well, it's a good thing I'm not lactose intolerant. And the right part it is. Typically, you try and line your part up with your eyebrow. So that's what I'll kind of do here. But yeah, I think that looks good. Okay. Well, it's important to straighten your hair in the direction you want it to fall, which is why I'm kind of doing the part now and not after. I guess I could kind of straighten my hair directly towards the back, but my hair will fall forward. My hair doesn't go back. My hair, like bangs, the part in front of my face, will just fall forward. So I kind of have to, they go to the side, they go forward, they don't go backwards. So I kind of have to set them in the direction I want them to go. Yeah. Well, this looks perfect. What if we gave you a side part? Come on, let me experiment on you. What if you end up trying something new and finding that you really, really like it? You know what they say, variety is the spice of life, okay? Although, I'm trying to imagine you was like a right part, and now, and now I don't know how I feel about it. No, I think you would look beautiful no matter what you do. Have you seen yourself? I don't think it would be possible for you to look ugly. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. The rest of us peasants have to make do. Mm. All right, last section. How are we feeling? Yeah, to be honest with you, I've used sections a bit bigger than I probably should have, but than I typically would, I should say. It's okay because it still looks pretty good. I mean, it's definitely not salon quality, but it'll last. Ideally for like at least a week before I need to really even do any touch ups. So, totally fine. Okay. And done. How does it look, baby? Because I think it looks pretty. Mm, mm. Does that mean you think it looks good? Because I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. And I think that you look like you want to mess it up. I don't know. We did put in a whole lot of hard work for this. I'm not sure if I want to ruin it right away. I don't know. Some activities we do is gonna make me sweat, and I really don't want to sweat out my hair just yet. But I think you can make a pretty compelling argument as to why I should. No, I think it looks great. I mean, yeah, I did do the straightening part, but I mean, look at the back. You did some of that. Listen, I can tell what section you did. And that's not because the section you did was super bad or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I know it's clearly inexperienced, and that's okay. I think it adds character. And it was also done at a lower heat, so. Besides, like I always say, the back of my head is absolutely not my business. Thank you for your help, baby. And I really enjoyed doing this and kind of talking about my hair with you. I think it would be really fun if we did something like this again. Yeah. Well, I suppose your performance was good enough, for me to continue utilizing your services. And I see improvements in the future as we continue to build our long-term partnership or something like that. Mm. No, I am absolutely starving. And as much as I'd love to eat you up right now, I also kind of want to eat some food. Alright. Why don't you help me get dressed? And then we can go and see what we've got in the kitchen. I suppose I don't have to get dressed if you give me a compelling reason not to. Come here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.